Hello everyone. Are you all ready to continue reading our story? For the ones who haven't checked the first part, I will let a link to it at the description down below. So get yourselves comfy and let's see how Ian's journey is going through. Today we'll be reading chapters 2 and 3. So, without further ado, let's get it down. Chapter 2. Ian. The last thing that Ian could remember was nothing. Absolutely nothing. She can't remember anything that happened and why she was unconscious. She remembered darkness. That's all she could remember. She was exhausted and tired. She wanted to sleep more, but then she saw a light at the end of the tunnel. So she went towards it, and then she began waking up. Ian groaned as she began to wake up. She felt pain everywhere in her body, but it began to disappear slowly as she began to move carefully. She then looked towards her hands that are covered in ink. Wait, what? Her hands are really covered in ink. She began to breathe faster as in shock and feel devastated. What's wrong with my hands? She couldn't help but nearly cry. Was this stuck forever on her? What's wrong with my hands? She then looked and saw a poster of Wilson on the wall. Wait, he's here too? Where is he? Ian wanted nothing more than to confront him. Heck, even punch him in the face. He must have been responsible. Oh, Ian, what's happened to you? While Ian takes note of her surroundings, she managed to stand up. She looked down at her body and saw that she was half covered in ink, including her face. She needed to find a mirror quickly if she wanted to know what she looked like now. Even though she couldn't see her face, she knew that and even felt the ink on her face. Her main goal was now to escape the studio. She looked around and then saw a ladder against the wall. She looked up and noticed that it led further instead of the puddle of ink that she could have fallen into. Who knows? She went to the ladder and saw that 2 leather bars were missing. She couldn't just climb without them, or else accidents might happen. She hummed to herself as she began to think. They must be here somewhere. As she looked around, she noticed one big hole in the pipe that ran further. Ian thought in shock if that's where she came from. How did she manage to escape from ink? She finally noticed drawers and looked through them when opening them. She saw what she was looking for. She took both of them and fixed the ladder. What she didn't know was that a very cute small figure was watching her while clutching the train in his gloved hands. He was planning to play with it until he stumbled upon her. She was the most beautiful inky woman he has ever seen. His tail curled into a heart because of it. But once he realized that Ian was coming closer, He immediately disappeared. Will he ever see her again? Meanwhile, with Ian, she stumbled upon notes from other workers or others, and as she reads them, she began to ask questions herself. Were they still in the studio? Were they still alive? She also stumbled upon a music box. She gently took it, turned the key a few times, and then set it down. The box opened while playing a beautiful, calming song. The figure dancing was revealed to be Alice's angel. She continued to stare at it while thinking about how to escape. Once the music was done, she continued on her journey. In some places, she had to crouch. Attention, children of the machine. This is Wilson, your friend, your protector. For 211 days, you've lived without the ink demon haunting your steps. I banished him away, tore his body in two. In return, I ask just a little favor. Among you, there is a stranger, a young lady. Bring her to me. Then it went quiet. First of all, Ian's blood began to boil from anger. It was Wilson who spoke through the speakers. He was now on the hunt for Ian. He clearly was making it obvious. Did he also mention that he banished the ink demon away? But where? That was the question Ian wanted to know. Or better yet, it's better to not know. He may be also on the hunt. But how did Wilson manage to tear the ink demon's body in two? You must be extra powerful in order to defeat the demon. Ian also felt fear in her. Wilson was now commanding, ordering everyone to search for her. She needed a weapon to find in order to defend herself. But how? The woman continued on her journey. She also noticed a lot of lockers around here, so she searched through them, finding useful yet questionable things, Jen's parts and batteries. She put them in her pocket to use in the future. Just as she walked towards the Butcher Gang poster, a real copy of Charlie fell almost through the vented ceiling. Ian didn't scream but gasped. She felt her heart rise. Ian knew that she couldn't stand there, but once her heart calmed down, she continued her journey. She searched through closets also, finding a battery as a bonus. Some wooden bricks were sticking out through the walls, and Ian realized that she can climb on them. As she reached the top, she noticed a closed garage door that she needed to access. So she found a switch, lever for it, and pulled it down. She ran as the garage door opened. She stopped running once she was inside. It turned out to be Heavenly Toys Place area. Probably every child's dream to be there, not knowing the danger they're in. Ian found the lever again and wanted to pull it down, but something kept blocking them from using it. She followed the cords and they were like inside through the door, so she climbed another pair of bricks, but then something unexpected happened. An actual living copy of Charlie attacked her. Ian grunted as she fell to the ground and she knew she had to hide. She saw a miracle station nearby, so she dashed for it. Once she was inside, Charlie tried to get her, but a humming stopped him from doing so. That's when he lost interest and walked away. She sighed in relief as Charlie walked off. She felt a bit weak, so a wooden box called her out, and as she opened it, a bacon soup can got her attention. She grabbed the can and drank a bit. It wasn't that bad, to be honest. I wouldn't drink too much of that if I were you. A female voice spoke to her. Ian dropped the can in shock and turned face to face. Alice? Chapter 3. Wilson Knows. Once Ian heard the female voice, she dropped the can in shock. Once she turned towards the voice, she saw Alice, as if the real Alice Angel. She had horns and all, but not wearing a ring, since it was a headband. She looked like someone not to be messed around with. She looked clever and strong, especially having a sword holder with her. Ian gasped in shock and felt more afraid than ever. It helps patch you up, but the aftertaste. Alice realized that poor Ian was so scared that she tried to calm her down. Easy now. I'm not going to hurt you. Look like you needed some help. Don't touch me, Ian began as she pulled her arm out of Alice's grasp. What are you? She then felt frustrated as she tried to answer the questions that she asked herself. Ugh, what is this horrible place? Once Ian looked back at Alice, she felt even more confused. Alice didn't look offended, afraid, or angry. Instead, she understood. Yeah, I remember my first day down here. I know it's scary, but you're actually pretty lucky. The machine could have turned you into a searcher. Lucky? Yes, Ian felt lucky to be trapped here in the studio. But she'll admit to herself, Alice was right. She was still a woman and not like the ugly creature she saw before. Charlie attacked her. Wait a second. Did Alice mean that Charlie was a searcher? You mean that thing that attacked me? Alice shook her head no. No, that was a Piper. And he's part of a gang, so be careful. Piper, huh? So it was not Charlie anymore from the Butcher gang, but a Piper? It suited that creature though, because Piper attacked Ian with a pipe. Ian also knew that Piper is a part of the gang since she saw pictures before she turned into this. I don't understand any of this. I can't think. It hurts. Ian admitted to Alice that she felt headaches whenever she fought. Alice understood Ian. You'll catch on pretty quickly, if you can stay alive. She then began to give Ian important details. Lesson 1, searchers don't have legs as they tend to swarm. Look, it's not good to stay in one place for too long around here. Keep moving and stay close to the shadows. Take my advice. Head to the upper levels. It's safer there. Can I come with you? Ian asked hopefully. She felt in fact safer with Alice right now, since she seems to know a lot of stuff. Alice sadly shook her head no again, and looked sad and disappointed that as well. You can't. I'm sorry. I have a wolf. He doesn't care for strangers. Ian felt devastated and disappointed as well, but she then looked shocked. A wolf? Alice smiled softly. Like I said, you'll catch on. Good luck. I hope we meet again. Before Alice walked away with armor on, she turned to face Ian quickly, as if forgotten something to tell. Oh, one more thing. Above everything else, stay away from the ink demon. Ian felt confused. Did she mean Bandy? As if the actual Bandy? Oh, she'll be mistaken so badly. What's an ink demon? Oh, you'll know him when you see him. He likes to smile, and he kills anything that moves. She then turned to walk away, but Ian stopped her, asking for her name. They call me Alice. I'm not very fond of it. I'm Ian. Well, Ian, welcome to the studio. Just as Ian heard the noise, she turned to face where it came from. But when she looked back towards Alice, she was gone. No, not dead, but just disappeared. How did she walk away like a ninja? Before Ian would move further, she gathered important details and lessons from Alice. She hummed. So, a searcher tends to swarm and doesn't have any legs. Don't stay open for too long in an open area. Keep moving, and more importantly, stay away from the in-demon. Got it. But Ian has questions. Was it Bendy that she meant, or another bendy creature that existed in the studio? She needed to keep moving. Ian put on a determined face as she walked back towards the wooden wall and climbed on it. This time, no Piper was around. As she entered the open door, she finally saw a mirror. But oh God, look at her. She couldn't believe she looked hideous. Instead of her actual hair and eyes, they were pitch black hair and her eyes were gold, completely gold. She wanted her old appearance back and not look like this. But she knew she had to keep moving. So she went on. As she continued on further on her adventure, she ran into a coded closed garage door that she needed to enter. But the problem was, what's the code? She didn't know any. But thank God, it's thanks to a guy named Dale Little that she knew the code. She listened carefully and got the code in the tape recorder, 451. She quickly put the code in and activated the button. It went successfully up. So guys, there you have it. The chapters 2 and 3 of Revival Darling. If you'd like me to continue on reading this story, tell me in the comments below, because we still have a lot of chapters to read from it. Remember, this has 25, so we really have to finish this in order to read the other Halloween stories until the Halloween day. So I hope you have all a great day or night, depending where you live right now. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.